Long time no see. I mean, it's nearly the end of the year, right? And we've had a year full of unpopular K-pop opinions, and it's kind of my job to discuss them, I guess. I don't know. But, anyways, there have been so many unpopular K-pop opinion videos, and I think it's only right to count down the 5 most stupid unpopular K-pop opinions. These opinions get to me on a personal level, and I'm going to explain you exactly why that is. Quick disclaimer, I just want to say that these opinions are not about particular groups, they're just opinions that people have in general about certain groups, but I'm just going to generalize them. And second thing, opinions are not facts. It's perfectly fine to be entitled to your opinion, but sweetie, if you're going to have an opinion, it can be negative, that's fine, but just back it up with an argument, sissy, okay? Good. Number 5, hating on boy groups or girl groups. Now, it could be that you're a boy group stan, it could be that you're a girl group stan, that doesn't really matter. It's fine to have a preference. I have a preference too. I prefer girl groups over boy groups, but that doesn't mean that I don't stan any boy groups or that I don't enjoy listening to them. But if you just purely hate on boy groups or girl groups and generalize them because you think that they all have the same concept and the same choreographies and the same songs and it all sounds the same, then you're clearly not doing your research, because there are so many girl groups and boy groups that are different and that have like such variety in concepts and songs and choreographies. It's just not fair to say that they're all the same, because they're not. And if you're sitting here thinking, well, sis, I've done my research and I still am not into boy groups or girl groups, that's completely fine. If you're done your research and you're like, well, I'm still not really into girl groups, that's completely fine. But just don't be out here saying that every girl group or boy group is the same, because they're not. Opinion number 4. The songs of blank group all sound the same. Well, I think you probably have heard this opinion before, definitely when it came to Card or G-Friend, which you might know that I've done a video on before, trying to find out whether or not this opinion is based in any reality, and sis, let me tell you, it's not. Because G-Friend's discography is basically very diverse, but still there are people out here claiming that all of their songs sound the same, which again kind of proves that they don't do their research. Well, if you only scratch the surface, you're definitely not gonna... I don't know. I don't know where I tried to go with that. Okay, forget about that. Anyways, well, it's fair for you to question, like, well, then why do their title tracks sound the same? Because you can definitely not deny that. No, I'll definitely admit that Cards and G-Friend's title tracks have a similar style, but to back that up, I'd like to say maybe that the company wants to put out title tracks that have a sound that the general public is familiar with, because that secures you of the fact that the general public will most likely like the song. But I don't think it's fair to judge a group's entire discography based off of their title tracks, because it's just not correct, sis. Opinion number 3. I can't stand blank group because they're problematic. Now, I'm not going to sit here pretending that K-pop groups are unproblematic angels, because there are definitely groups out there who have said or have done questionable things. But the problem I have with this is that there are certain stans on Twitter that read one thing, they take it, they run with it, and they decide to cancel a certain group forever. They won't ever let them breathe again. Now, they don't even bother to look further into the situation or the context of the situation, they just don't give a damn. While oftentimes certain groups actually have taken accountability for the mistake they've made, and some of them even have apologized. Now, if you have read or seen the apology of a certain group that you're canceling, and you still decide not to forgive them, that's completely fine. No one's telling you that you have to forgive them, but just at least research the context of the mistake, of the situation, whether or not they have apologized, and if whether or not you want to forgive them, that's completely up to you, and I won't blame you if you don't, because I don't know. But I just really can't with people who just cancel a group after reading one thing, and they sometimes take it so far that the group can't even like breathe anymore or it's offensive. The second most stupid opinion for me personally has to be blank group cannot sing live. And usually the people who use this opinion in their video use MR removed videos as an argument. And you know how I feel about MR removed videos. Not great, sis. Really, because they only prove whether or not an idol has stamina. And great stamina doesn't come naturally to every idol out there. But just because you don't have great stamina doesn't mean that you're not a good vocalist. Alright? Secondly, also, MR removed videos are not accurate, and I've said this before, but the people who make them have to remove the music in the back, obviously, but that oftentimes also distorts the audio of the vocals, which is going to leave you with some extra shakiness in the vocals. So anyways, I'm so freaking tired of hearing this as an argument, because usually these people also pick out the worst possible performance of the idol they just want to drag down just because they can, and it just just really gets to me. I'm over it. Okay, next opinion. Now, here is the number one most stupid, quote-unquote unpopular K-pop opinion. This one really takes the cake, and I'm pretty sure you've all heard this one. Blank group is overrated. Now, I just can't with this one, because usually people use this to refer to groups that are big, like Twice, like BTS, like Blackpink. Now it could be like, okay, why do you think they're overrated? Probably because they're popular and you don't like that. Because if we look at the definition of overrated, it ultimately means having a higher opinion of something or someone than is deserved. Now, I don't know. I don't really think that BTS or Blackpink or Twice or whoever this opinion is thrown at usually are getting higher recognition than they deserve, because these groups all have worked hard for what they get or what they have right now, and I don't think they got that thrown into their laps as some people like to claim because they're from a big company or whatever. Because even BTS, they came from a small company that isn't even in the big three. They worked so hard for so many years and still people shit on them just because they don't like the fact that they're popular. People love to hate things or people that are popular. And I get it. There are so many K-pop groups out there who deserve more recognition. I could give you an entire list, sis. Believe me, trust and believe, I could. But just because you love a group that is not getting the same recognition as BTS or as Blackpink or as Twice or etc., doesn't mean that those groups don't deserve the recognition. Of course, all these groups deserve the love and attention, but that doesn't mean you should throw other groups under the bus, because at the end of the day, they have worked very hard for their success. If you still want to be a bitter Betty and hate on them, go ahead, sis, but just know that jealousy isn't a cute look. So that was my top 5 most stupid and popular K-pop opinions. Please let me know your own top 5 in the comments if you want to, and if you don't, well, too bad. Like, I won't cry over it. And if you have any other suggestions or groups that you still want to see me do a video on, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.